Hi, this is a quick guide to help you get started with editing content in DotNetNuke. Go ahead and log into the website. Um, Now, because you're an administrator, you'll see right at the top of the website that there's a grey bar. And this is a grey bar that's only visible to administrators. One thing I want to draw your attention to is on the top right-hand corner. It says Mode. You've got View Mode and Edit Mode. If you're in View Mode, you see exactly what a normal user would see. But if you're in Edit Mode, you'll see on each of the modules that's sitting here that there's a little Manage button in the top left-hand corner that gives you access to some more advanced features. You'll also see an Edit Content section at the bottom that lets you edit the text. What we're going to do right now is add a new page. And we can do that very quickly by going to the Pages section. Just hover over it. And then there's a section here called Add New Page. So I'm going to add a page called Stuff. And I'm going to insert it after News and Promotion. So it'll appear on the right of the menu. If you select Child Of, it'll be a sub-menu feature or a drop-down menu feature on the menu bar. But I'm just going to put it right on the top menu bar there. If you don't want it to include in the menu, uncheck this box here and go ahead and click Add Page. Now you can see the new page has been added and it's used the site skin, which in this case is this green skin. I'm actually going to change that right now because we're also playing around with the new skin. If you wanted to change the particular skin, it's available here. So the one we bought is at the top here and it's called this 10393 and this is green. I've also been working on one called AC Furniture. It's just an adaptation and it's in blue. And I'm going to select Inside Page. That's the one I usually use. There are a few different layouts available, and this is where you would select it. I can just click Update Page. Now the page is blue. Okay, so we can edit the content of this. You can see already it's put what we've called an HTML module right here. For this page, I want to have two HTML modules, and I want to have a wide section on the left and a thin section on the right. So to accomplish this, I want you to just look at the layout section and go to the mode in the top right hand corner, select layout. These are all the different layouts that are available. So I'm looking at a row. I'm going to look at row 7, which is this one here, where it says row 7 grid 9 pane. I've got a wide section on the left and a thin section on the right. So I've found the pane that I want to use. Go back to view mode. We're just going to remember row 7. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this module to row 7. So I've got row 7. And I'm going to move it to this one here on the left. You can see it's filled most of the page, but there's a section on the right where it's not filled in yet. I'm going to add another HTML module. And to do that, we go to the module section, change the category to all categories. And there's a long list of all the modules, and right here there's one called HTML. I'm going to give this a title. We call it an item. And where it says pane, again I'm going to select row 7. This is where on the page is it going to exist. I'm going to select the grid 3, the other row 7 this time. So now I've got two modules sitting side by side. I could have more, I can use different rows, and they all appear, so there's many different layouts that are available. So if I want to edit the title of this, it's very simple. I can go to the settings section, so admin settings. And here it's where it says enter title. This is where I can put a title. So I'll put this is the title. On there. The other thing I want to show you is that there are many different ways of these modules being displayed. We call this containers, and so under page settings we have module containers, and I want to suggest that you play around and look at the different ones. I have sent you a link to a page that defines them all. I'm just going to show you a different one for this one, so we'll go to container 8 and update. And this is what container 8 looks like. You can see right here. This is the title. That is the container 8. Don't worry about this box for now where it says visible to administrators only. We'll worry about that in a second. I'm going to do the same thing here on the right hand side. I'm going to go to settings. I already put a title in, but I'm going to set the module container, and this time I'm going to choose container 1, just to show you what's available here. So we've now got 2 different containers visible. Now it's saying right now that these modules are only visible to administrators, and that's true. To correct that, we're going to go to Pages, Page Settings, to the Permissions tab, and here we can select who can view the page and who can edit the page. I want all users to be able to view this page. You could restrict this to just people who are logged in, that's registered users, to just people who aren't logged in. To staff members, we can worry about that in a second, but for the time being, we'll choose all users and we'll update the page. So now everyone can see it, and we got the content. So now the only thing we want to do now is add some content to each of these modules. I should say also you don't have to have a content where we selected don't have to have a module. Where you selected the container, you can select no container. And that means only the content is displayed and the module container just doesn't exist. You don't see anything. That's fine too. I'm going to edit the content. And we have here a rich text editor, resembles Word. You can add text and style it much as you do in Word. So I'm going to type a title. If you select this drop-down list here, you can see a whole different heading styles. These are predefined in the skin. So I'm going to choose heading 2, and you can see it's styled it in the style of heading 2. By default, it'll use all the correct stylings that apply to the skin. And you can do whatever you like here. You can do all sorts of things with this editor, like add tables, you can add images, you can do some clever layouts using tables. If you're a little bit more advanced, or if you have some skill in coding in HTML, there is a lot more available to you, especially in this skin using HTML. And you can go to the raw code here, and much more is available to you if you're comfortable designing a page using this. You can always see what the page looks like by going back to design, and it will show you the display of what it looks like, or the preview section will also let you do that as well. But when you're ready, go ahead and save your changes. We can see here that my changes have been saved and they're all visible down here. So this is the way that we can add most content. By adding content to a page, we can do all sorts of things. You can add videos. If you're going to add videos, you would normally go to the HTML section and copy and paste the bit from YouTube that it tells you to copy and paste at the right location. And then the video will be inserted right there. There's all sorts of other things we can do as well. Amazing the number of things that can be accomplished using this module. Just about anything that will be static content, pictures, videos, images, those kind of things can be added using this module, and we can design it however we want. So hopefully that's enough to get you started. There is way more that's possible with this system, but this will just let you know the kind of places you need to go to get going. Good luck.